Hello and welcome! It's finally time for Eblana! We are playing both the normal and the EX stages today. I procrastinated a little bit, took me a while to make these clears, but here they are. The mechanics in this event are quite annoying. We have the comeback of the invitation to win tokens, thankfully with less random spawns this time, but also more forgiving, since we have a single item from each enemy. Except it's not forgiving at all. Since enemies are allowed to revive forever, you can get yourself in quite a predicament. But not today. Our bears won't be stuck anywhere. We don't need much to deal with each lane, but we do need to be careful around Eblana. Thankfully for us, Rosa is here to end her life. And to do that, Aurora will help us by being a massive wall with incredible regen. You know, I am using quite a lot of bodies. But that's because the token mechanic together with the mire makes it very hard to solo the lanes. Whatever, it takes more effort than I want to make for this clear to be optimal. But man, I never stop being impressed, with Aurora's regen that is. This time around I am not even equipping her module. She has to block anyway, so that would be a useless endeavor. The good news is that the mire works on Eblana as well, so Aurora will have an easier time surviving. She can't stay up forever, at least not alone, but she holds up quite nicely. When I first cleared the stage I had my ranged damage on the right side, but as you will see it's much safer to have them on the left where they can put out the fire. And the fire damage is part of the reason I deployed Jade to heal everyone up. Well, Eblana goes down very easily once her shield is down, and in a moment we will see a cool tech in this simple map. One funny thing is that guy stuck up top on Gummy's back. We'll have to deal with him at the end. Anyway, first, Eblana will kill Aurora. I didn't do the best job with my cold bear. I'm sure I could have made her survive a couple more cycles, but it is what it is. I do need Aurora to come back, so I will do a little bit of stalling with Jay. Just a little bit is enough. But here comes the scary part of this clear. Once Eblana starts walking down her path, she will get in range to hit Zima if she's not hidden. That means I have to time my kills just right so she can stay hidden in the grass. Otherwise she just dies. It's too much art for our girl. I love small moments like that. You could never tell if you didn't pay attention. But the rest is simple. Rosa's skill is back, Aurora is almost back as well. So let me tell you about this event's lore. It's just funny to me that we didn't even fight her for real in the event's story. Reed got her spiritual journey and everything, but we never actually met her sister this time around. I don't really know what to think of the lore. It's one of those situations where they are trying to have no villains. It is a good way to tell a story, that's why we have so many Gundam seasons, but I don't know. I need to see more development before I can say this is a good war story. Anyway, Eblana is going down. All we gotta do is clean up. That guy up top is still waiting for Jay. But I hope you are excited to see what the EX stage has in store for us. And that's because the strat I came up with is way more tight than the normal stage, as you would expect. You will see as we go through it, but what I'm doing is way too close to be a good strat. I'm sure there is a way to optimize this and make it less insanity inducing, but where is the fun in that, right? This map starts relatively slow paced, and all we gotta do during Eblana's phase 1 is as simple as clear the whole map and deal with her later. So that's exactly what we are going to do. Set up our gun bear to charge her skill, Rosa will come down as well since enemies are quite tanky, and on the left side we are exaggerating a bit on our deploys, but it's fine, we will need everyone later anyway. These mortar dudes coming from the middle are a huge pain for us though. For now they don't do anything, but they sure are enough to need attention, you will see it in a bit. But the first tech is coming down right now. I'm sure you've seen me play with my bears in many unexpected ways, and today is no different. I am using Fitter's massive skill range to my advantage. Her damage might not be massive, but it is enough to help today. You heard me right. We are using Fitter's skill for her ranged damage. Yes, it will be that close. And would you look at that, Eblana started moving. And while she does that I have some timings with Steen's skill, but don't worry about it. I will have Zima tank the first skill, but from here on out we are in a strict timing with Aurora. I also need to pay attention to the damage I'm dealing to Eblana, because I can't kill her too early. It is kinda weird to say that, but we gotta keep her HP high enough. Also, Bee Hunter comes down just for the 2 tokens the flying guys will spawn. This feels very wasteful, but still, I need her later for this threat. I am taking things very slow around Aurora's skill, and that's because I need to. She can survive for longer if I am strict. But as soon as the right enemies are down, we can recall Absinthe. And soon we will be recalling everyone as well. We need a full redeploy. Except for Fitter. Good girl, she is ready for combat. Clearing the left side takes a little while, but nothing to stress about. Rosa gets recalled after clearing Eblana's skill and shield, and we can start prepping for the fire. This next Aurora cancel right here is why I was being so careful. If I took a little bit too long in any of the other activations, she would die to this skill. But as always, things just line up and work out somehow, so Aurora lives for another day. Or for another few seconds at least. I know this isn't very exciting, but a good stall precedes a good kill. Aurora will be able to survive one more cycle, so we do have enough time to redeploy all the bears. And when you thought it was over, Jay also comes down for a little stall. Hey, I gotta get Aurora back, you know? But once Jay is down, Eblana is free to go. And here is where I needed her HP to be high enough. I want Eblana blocked in intersection, so no one dies to the skill explosion. And on top of that, I want her to be blocked so she only attacks a single target. That's because a single hit is enough to send any of the ranged bears flying. Also, the Mortar Dude is here to mess with our plans. I am waiting to redeploy Gummy because I need her to bait that guy. Both Absinthe and Destina will die otherwise. As soon as Eblana gets her shield and uses her skill, we jump into action. I am careful here because she doesn't attack right after using her skill. I can't let it be a ranged attack, and I can't wait to deploy Aurora because I need her damage. This is the moment. The battle has started. I can't even convey how much I struggled for this. Finding hits to be dealt, scraping for damage everywhere. Every time I saw Eblana running away with less and less HP, I knew this was possible. It does look like our efforts are meaningless. That's because her shield is very annoying. Aurora goes down, but the big hits were dealt. And it feels like we didn't do anything, but Eblana's shield is finally down. All those fitter hits, they matter. Because as Eblana slowly crawls through the mud, we have just enough damage to put her fire out. Just enough damage to end this before she casts her shield again. And as her sprite fades away, all the emotion from this single moment in this long clear comes out. The big man isn't anywhere near a threat as Eblana was just now. We can ignore his attempt, and Gummy would be dead if we didn't deploy Jay to help her. But we are good. We can fast forward our way to the end because all that is left is the relief of finishing this crazy setup. As always, it is a blast to play with my bears, even if the lore wasn't all that interesting. But don't forget to tell me what are your thoughts about this event. I always love to hear your opinions. And if you like, don't forget to like and subscribe. Lin and Chongyue are coming next. I am excited for the CNY event, and I hope everyone has a very nice day. Peace out.